Welcome back, friends. So, previously, we've learned some greetings. I've also learned how you can introduce yourself to someone you are meeting for the first time. So, today we are going to talk about more introductions or the conversations you have when you're meeting someone. So, let's go. Now, if you want to ask someone, how are you? You can say, Ogenki desu ka? Ogenki desu ka? Which is, are you well? Or are you fine? And now in reply, the person says, Genki desu. Genki desu, which is, I am well or I am fine. O Genki desu ka? Genki desu. Now, if you notice, when I asked the question, I used ka at the end. So that ka signifies that that sentence is a question. So that is how you ask a question in Japanese. It ends with the word ka. O Genki desu ka? And when you're writing it, you don't need to put the question mark. You just end it with a full stop called maru. So we'll go again. O Genki desu ka? Which is, are you well? Are you fine? Or in our own words or in our own terms, how are you? So the person replies, Genki desu. I am fine or I am well. There is also another word that you can use directly if you want to say, how are you? You can say, Ikaga desu ka? Ikaga desu ka? Which is, how are you? It can also mean, how is it? Maybe you want to ask someone about something. How is this thing? Ikaga desu ka? How are you? Ikaga desu ka? Now, from the first statement I just made, which is Ogenki desu ka, the word genki means well, or fine, or healthy. So that is why when you ask Ogenki desu ka, it means, are you well, or are you fine? Ogenki desu ka? Now also, if you remember previously, I said that we'll come back to this word desu, this Japanese word desu, because it means a lot in Japanese. It can mean is, it can mean are, it can mean am. In some other statement, it can still mean he is or she is. So it means a lot. We'll still come back to it so that we can elaborate more on that word desu. Ogenki desu ka? Are you well? So in this statement, it is meaning are. Are you well? Genki desu ka? Genki desu. I am well or I am fine. Okay, now we'll go to the next one. Now you see someone or you meet someone and you want to ask them what type of work they do. You can say, Oshigoto wa? Oshigoto wa? So the word shigoto means work. It can mean job, it can mean profession. So when you say Oshigoto wa, it means what do you do? Or what work do you do? Now in reply, the person can now say what they do. Take for instance, if I'm a teacher, the word for teacher in Japanese is sensei. If I am a student, the word for student in Japanese is gakusei. So if you are a teacher, you can use the word sensei. Sensei means teacher. It can also mean instructor. It can also mean master. That is why if you remember in some of the Japanese movie you watch, you see a student call their master, a Kung Fu student actually, call their master sensei, which is master. So it can mean master, it can still mean teacher, and so on. It can still mean instructor. But if you are into teaching and you want to specifically mention that you are a teacher, you say kyoshi. So we'll go back again. Oshigoto wa, which is what do you do or what work do you do? So if I'm a teacher, I'll say sensei desu, which is I am a teacher. If I'm a lawyer, bengoshi desu, I am a lawyer. Now also remember the tip I gave the last time. In Japanese, instead of saying I am, they do I. They point to the nose. So instead of pointing to the chest, you point to the nose. So we'll go again. Sensei desu. Bengoshi desu. Sensei desu means I'm a teacher. Bengoshi desu. I'm a lawyer. Gakusei desu. I am a student. And so on.